my social life, or rather my life as a comedian doing stand up in sort of open mic nights in Bath. And we got onto the subject of cannabis use, and she was like saying, "Oh, I've known a few people who have cannabis hyperemesis syndrome, and like that's why I don't use it anymore." I was like, this is like one of these new diseases, isn't it? That just magically seems to pop up, or enter the public consciousness more when it really seems as though cannabis legalization is kicking into higher gear. It's like it's very much a clutching at straws thing. This cannabis so-called hyperemesis syndrome. Since prior to 2017, there were 113 cases reported in the international medical literature of CHS, cannabis hyperemesis syndrome, which I believe is a fake disease. So yeah, like 113 cases as a disease, that makes it extraordinarily rare. That's it makes it one of the rarest diseases known to man. I'm really struggling to think of other rare diseases other than like God, what's like the one where your skin turns into bone? There might be actually more cases of that reported in the medical literature than cannabis hyperemesis syndrome. um, but now it's like after 2017, more and more people getting it, it seems. Then where would what would really explain these 113 cases? I'm imagining what it is because alcohol leaves the system very quickly, and the symptoms of cannabis hyperemesis syndrome are exactly the same as those of alcohol withdrawal. So it's like things like vomiting, you can get liver failure, so on and so forth. Alcohol leaves the system very quickly. It leaves the system in about 7 hours or so, whereas cannabinoids will linger in the bloodstream for about a month and are detectable on blood tests for about a month or so. Uh, yeah, it's uh, what really explains this is that people lying about their drinking, which alcoholics are known for, and doctors saying, well, we're trying to find some other cause of this. They seem to be on cannabis. Perhaps it's cannabis causing the vomiting and nausea, etc. I doubt it. These like prior to 2017, these anomalous results showed up in the medical literature of these 113 liars who are using cannabis. However, they are also alcoholics. Probably ineptly attempting alcohol withdrawal from large doses of alcohol. And as we all know, the way you need to withdraw from alcohol is not to go cold turkey. Going cold turkey does not work, and it can kill you. So the way you get off alcohol, actually, there's no real need to get off alcohol either. That's the other thing. Like you just need to stop drinking as much, and that can be achieved. I like watering down. That's how I've always done it in the past. I found that pretty effective. It's the old Winston Churchill mouthwash, isn't it? Trick. And yeah, like alcohol is a shit drug. It really is. I've been alcohol dependent in my life many times because I can't get hold of cannabis readily. If I could get hold of cannabis like for stress relief, I would. I'm doing all this thing through the Sapphire Clinic now, and I had actually some weed last night that I just have a suspicion it wasn't the strongest weed in the world, and it wasn't like incredibly stinky bud. It was just like nice, like reasonable cannabis. I reckon it's that 5% THC, 15% CBD stuff that the Sapphire Clinic sells, isn't it? That was ideal for me then. It and yeah, it made me feel really, really good for a few hours. And I was doing it wore off. I obviously went and got some drink. I went and had like 3 bottles of Newcastle brown ale, in addition to the bottle of Budweiser I had last night as well. So I had 4 drinks last night. So, but it's not 14. I've been there before. I haven't been there before, actually. No, 10 drinks, like 10 beers to put me down for the night. It's dreadful. Yeah. I mean, it's really bad for you. And yeah, like alcoholism is like, and alcohol is like far, far more addictive than cannabis. Like, when I was drinking heavily, like, I'd go out my way to get it. I really would. But like, when I was in the Netherlands and using cannabis regularly, so I was addicted to it. Mm, like, if it was alcohol, if I was drinking alcohol in equivalent amounts to cannabis, when I'd be going to say Australia, which I did one point in the Netherlands, I'd be like, actively seeking out weed. It actually didn't cross my mind to do that. Likewise, when I came home for the summer holidays, like I didn't even smoke weed. I just like got off the plane straight away. Like I don't think I sorted it out either. I might have done, but did I? Maybe I did once. I don't know. Got a bag. I don't think I did though. So, and like in terms of health problems associated with alcohol versus cannabis, like smoking cannabis, yeah, probably isn't good for you. Then again, you don't need to smoke it. You can vape it, you can eat it, whatever. But I mean, or put it into preparations of food. But in terms of like the effects of alcohol, it's like cannabis and alcohol on the other side of the scales. Of every fucking health problem associated with it, including obviously mental health issues. From yeah, and paranoia also, and aggression, by the way. And yeah, like, well, yeah, paranoia. Oh, you hitting on my birdie, mate? Like, no, we're just talking, you idiot. Fucking maybe I am. No, or whatnot. Don't know. She's your bird. Um, yeah, Canada's hyperemesis syndrome is bullshit, and it would not surprise me much to learn that big pharma are out there bribing physicians to try and promote this idea, get it off the ground, or that hapless alcoholic liars who don't want to admit that they've got a problem and have everyone around them encourage them to do something about it. Um, they're saying that, oh no, it's cannabis hyperemesis syndrome, so I can keep drinking, and not admit I'm an alcoholic. I can admit I'm an alcoholic at least. I am an alcoholic. I mean, and again, I'm an alcoholic at the moment on the level that like I'm an alcoholic on the level that I am. A lot of people sink a bottle of wine a night, or a few beers. It's more common to be a moderate drinker than it is to be teetotal. Not many people at all are teetotal. It's quite uncommon. And yeah, those people like who don't drink that much are like, well, they're smoking weed, and like lucky them, right? But yeah, loads of alcoholics are liars. Big pharma sort of like twigged this effect, and now they're trying to promote this cannabis hyperemesis nonsense syndrome because it suits their purposes. And doctors, can they be corrupted? Yes, they can. They take backhanders, some of them. And people believe doctors, or like alcoholics, that they're looking for something to cover up their alcoholism and just scapegoat cannabis. So that's a convenient way out of the stigma associated with alcoholism for them. So it's win-win, and this is an absolute load of rubbish. And correlation, not causation. It was new syndrome whose symptoms present exactly the same as alcohol withdrawal, exactly the same. And I just know for a fact no causal link between any kind of liver dysfunction and cannabis will ever be uncovered through research. And I know also cannabis is well known, far from causing vomiting, to have antiemetic properties. It's used in chemotherapy, also for its antiemetic properties to help people keep food down. Because chemo makes you throw up, and yeah, it is good for you to smoke weed. It is perfect for my anxiety. I am definitely going to pursue this prescription through the Sapphire Clinic and try and get some of the sort of weed I had last night, which just put me on a nice chill plateau of relaxedness, which is very, very hard for me to do without some sort of substance. It's like basically compulsive thinking and motivated by trauma and anxiety. And yeah, I do need it. It's also like alcohol, like, is effective for reducing stress and anxiety. Yeah, but it's got serious downsides in terms of side effects. So it's not the ideal thing to use. Cannabis is the ideal thing to use. So yeah, cannabis hyperemesis syndrome is like, fucking die, will you? Yeah, lying alcoholics can't admit they got a problem. People go around like just believing nonsense without looking into it, and like, don't educate yourselves. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to pursue this through the Sapphire Clinic, get my prescription, hopefully, and live a nice life on a plateau, on an even plateau of stress freeness, or not stress freeness, but less stress, certainly, and mental well being. And yeah, it'll be better.